Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm about to test drive the 2024 Suzuki GSX 8R. Let's get into it. I already have a whole bunch of videos on my bike review playlist, over 100 different motorcycles I've test ridden so far. So if you're looking in between a Z650 or an R7, this would be like another bike to compare with that, but the bigger motor. This is the 800cc parallel twin. Got the front end just like my previous GSX S1000. Kind of has like the same double light, but it didn't have the plastic windshield or anything like that. But traction control, ABS, like the cutter design, got like the little winglet design right there. Exhaust on the bottom, up and out of the way. Yeah, good looking bike. I don't know much about the bike. I never sat on it yet. And just like with all my reviews, the whole purpose of my review is to give you initial reaction about what I think of the bike without having any prior information on it. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, well, just out of the bat, my initial impression, I like the color scheme. I like the red wheels. That looks nice, the gray. And he just gave me the key, showed me the dash real quick. So, here we go. I'm 5'9", 32-inch inseam. Jumping on the bike for the first time. So, sitting down flat, very comfortable. My feet are totally flat on the ground. Nice big old mirrors that are really far forward, which gives me a tremendous amount of view from behind. Nice, nice, nice. So here's the triple clamp, right? And you can see there's risers. So it goes up a little bit and comes back. So if I close my eyes and put my hands out, the handlebars are just exactly right there. I don't even have to lean forward at all. Just close my eyes and put my hand out. My hands are already on the handlebars, which is nice. So it's upright. It's not a naked bike, but it feels like it because it's upright and very, very comfortable. It's just like you're sitting in a chair. So right off the bat, very comfortable. I like it. So let's see the startup screen. Nice. All right, let me get out of that. It just says brand new bike. That's a lot of stuff going on. Nice dash. It's kind of compact, but it tells you a lot of information. Got the clock, traction control. A whole bunch of stuff down here you could do. You could switch through a whole bunch of different things you want to see. The temperature of the bike. All kinds of stuff. I'll just leave it right there. You got the fuel gauge. Mile per hour. It has quick shifter up. It does not have quick shifter down, I don't think. We'll see when I get on the bike. It has a neutral light over here, and it tells you what gear you're in. Got the RPM on the left. Nice. Different modes. You could go into it and adjust a whole bunch of different things. Got the hazards over here. All right. Brights, flashers, everything normal right there. Non-adjustable suspension. I'll see what the rear has when I park it down there, but let's start her up. Of course, you got Suzuki reliability. Well, as long as with the other ones too. So if you're comparing this with the Z650 and the R7, I mean, they're all super reliable bikes. It just depends on what you're doing with the thing. Like the R7, it's a little bit more sporty, I think. More like if you're going to ride in the canyons a lot or track riding. It wouldn't be the most comfortable thing in the world on the highway, like the Z650. Comfortable, upright, but maybe you want a little bit more power if you're doing a lot of commuting or highway riding. This is the 800, so it's probably the biggest engine out of the three. It definitely is. Got a little bit of a windshield, and let's see how it rides. So, just like I always say, when you first get a bike, the first thing I would do is loosen up these two bolts and that bolt and lower the levers down a little bit so it's flat from your elbow to your fingertips because it's a little bit too high up. But, you know, it's a brand new bike. But let's see how it is. Clutch is super light and easy. Just play around with it a little bit real quick before we go take it out. Yeah, so it feels like a naked bike. Like it feels upright, it feels comfortable. Wow, a lot of grunt. Man, and the brakes feel good too. Non-adjustable suspension, so it's going to be a little bit bouncy. You know what I mean? Because it's not adjustable. Like if you went to the track on this, you want to get cartridges up front or new suspension or whatever, but it's just going to feel a little bit bouncy. Like right now the front end dives a bunch just because it's meant for comfort. You see what I'm saying? What's up, GS? Aw, don't be sad. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Anyway, but yeah, right off the gate like this, look at this. It's got a lot of power. This 800 twin, man, I didn't expect that. My buddy has a Z650, and I rode her bike. I was like, okay, you know, whatever. But this has more power for sure. Ooh, quick shifter up, which is nice. Let me see about down. I'm going down, and you're able to like kind of kick it down, but I actually don't think it's the quick shifter. I don't know. So you could downshift without using the clutch. I don't recommend doing it, but I just tried it out right there just to see if it has a quick shifter, but it didn't have the smoothness of a quick shifter down, and it didn't rev match, so I don't think it is. So I'm just going to treat the bike like it doesn't have down auto blip and rev matching with you, and that's the easy way to tell. Like on my GS, when you downshift, it goes boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? It rev matches for you while you're kicking it down. But the upshift for sure, which was nice. So out of all three bikes, the Z650, the R7, and this bad boy, this is the only one with quick shifter. And I think it has the best looking dash. If I was in the market for any one of those three, it would be this one. A little bit more power. It's got the windshield, and it's got a quick shifter. This has traction control, ABS, like the other ones too. So let's see. Quick shifter's nice. Yeah, it's got a good amount of power. It's definitely more than the 650. Obviously, it's the 800 versus 650. And even the R7 with whatever CC engine that is, this feels overall more powerful as well. That's not just because of the horsepower or the CC, but it feels like the torque is a lot more. I don't know what the stats are between all three of these bikes. You can look it up yourself. This video is just my initial impression of the bike. So kind of weaving back and forth like this, it doesn't feel heavy, but it's also not super fast of like, you know, like like it feels unstable about how quickly it goes from left to right. It just feels good. Feels predictable. Got a lot of leverage since the triple clamp is raised up, so you have a lot of leverage pushing forward to counter steer to make the bike swerve. Get on the gas, even the 5th gear here. Go up to 6th gear, cruising around, get on the gas. So got that torque pulling you along. No one behind me, look on the brakes. Yeah, brakes are strong. A little bit too high of a gear, there you go back down. Brakes are strong, power's good, quick shifter up. What more do you want? So I'm feeling the wind like right in my neck and head area. The windshield does a good job of getting it like to that high. But I'm sure because there is a windshield, then you could definitely get a higher one. Yeah, you put a little bit, maybe like a couple inch higher or taller windscreen on this thing, then it'd be pretty freaking nice. So there you go. Oh, has quick shifter. And that quick shifter is nice. Very butter smooth, doesn't jerk the bike around, does exactly what you want it to do. Let me go over here to this big old parking lot where I used to teach. If you're looking to get your first motorcycle, this is where I used to teach at, the San Diego, or the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. It's through the company Pacific Safety Center, and the beginner course for California is called the MTC, Motorcyclist Training Course, and this is where I taught for like 7 years or so, like with this company, on and off. But yeah, and there actually might be a course going on. All there is, check it out. Maybe I'll cut my buddies over here teaching. Either they're just tearing down or setting up to teach. You see the tents over there? My buddy's over there with the blower. He's getting ready to blow it off, and maybe they got a higher level course going on because they're blowing off that side. But yep, motorcycle classes. Anyway, let me do my low speed test on here. So I got the parking spaces. Each one are about 8 feet wide. So in my low speed program I have called MotoJitsu, you can look in the description for my app and my books. I have a whole bunch of drills you can go set up by yourself. So let me see. Oh, there's a bunch of gravel all the way around here. Let me try to find a spots where it's somewhat clear at least. Jeez, I don't know what's going on. Here's somewhat clear. Alright, so, oh, maybe not. Wow, what is going on? I've never really seen this place. Maybe they had a concert recently, and that's why this place is just trashed right now. There's so much dirt. Okay, here's a couple spots with not just patches of straight sand. So let me see. Not to full lock. Lean the bike more. There we go. Check it out, everyone. 16-foot U-turns. 2 parking spaces on the GSX, whatever this thing is called, 8R. No problem. It's no problem once you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's going to be extremely difficult. So the main thing is you got to practice. Let me stop the bike and jump off. Talk about it a little bit more. So yeah, the bike is good. More power than I expected. Quick shifter is nice. The bike is very comfortable and upright. I like the windshield. It gives you enough wind protection for a stock shield. Get a little bit bigger one, you'd be golden for highway riding as well. Suspension is soft and comfortable, But if you want to go to the track on it, then I'd recommend get better suspension if you actually want to go frequently. But you could take this to the track right now completely stock and have absolutely no problems with it at all. Unless you're riding like super fast in A group, you'd probably have your own dedicated track bike anyway. So if you just bought this bike and want to go to the track, you wouldn't have anything to worry about. Brakes are good. Bike looks good. Yeah, not much to say. One thing is kind of weird. So look at this. Usually when they have this big piece of plastic, people just take this thing off and just get a little thing for the license plate and blinkers. But the taillight is actually right here with the blinkers, and there's nothing underneath. So if you want to get rid of this 9 feet of plastic, you have to get like a whole entire kit to like add the taillights into this plastic, and that'd be kind of a big job. So maybe they did that so people wouldn't do that. I don't know, but it's not a simple thing as like the taillights are already in here, then you just put like the license plate underneath or somewhere. It's like a whole new thing now. So that's one interesting thing about they did that. But either way, good looking bike. It's comfortable. It's got more power than I expected. Brakes feel good. Suspension is comfortable on the street. Only thing I would do if I bought this bike right now, obviously the things I always do, I'd put frame sliders on it. I'd get a little bit bigger windshield. That's about it. It's pretty good. Let me do my 20 mile per hour second gear stop right here. I'll get the 20 miles per hour, get on the brakes pretty hard, and see what that feels like. Here we go. Yeah, when you get on the brakes, they bite. You definitely feel the suspension drop down because there's not adjustable suspension, so it really dives down. But just like they say in champ school, wait for the weight. Like you get on the brakes, the suspension collapses, then all the weight can smash that front tire into the ground, and it provides a tremendous amount of traction. And that's why the front brake is the most important brake for emergency braking, because all the weight goes to the front. Yeah, quick shifter is nice. Quick shifter is really nice. Like I said, that's quick shifting up is pretty nice to have. Like going down, like sure, if you have like, but you have to be spending a whole lot more money to get up and down quick shifter. But this thing having up stock from the factory, that's better than the R7 and the Z650. So, and it has more power than both. Let's see. Yeah, a good amount of power. This is a nice bike. I am pleasantly surprised with this bike. Pleasantly surprised. Get on the brakes. Yeah. I like the feeling of the drop. Comfortable on the highway, like I said, but yeah, very comfortable bike. Very upright. I could ride this thing easily 300 miles in the twisties all day long around San Diego. Like, no problem. I wouldn't have an issue just with the bike the way it is, even with the stock windshield. If this bike was mine and I was able to ride it all day long on a Saturday, I'd be having fun. And this thing has enough power for the mountains or for the highway that you wouldn't be complaining about that either. Look at this. And it's got that quick shifter up. It's nice. Really bright screen, easy to read what you want to see. Gives you all the information you need, nothing you don't. It's kind of tucked away, so even if there's sun glares, you can still see it very well. It's nice. Fuel gauge, everything. Has everything. No one behind me. Wow. Good brakes. Good brakes. Right out of the box, good brakes. Let me get on them again really good right here. Oh, nice. Yeah, they feel good. Here we go, check it out. This thing is nice. I might actually tell my buddy about this who has the 650, because she's like, maybe I want to get a little bike with a little bit more power, but I don't want anything too humongous or tall, since she's like a short little girl. I'm gonna tell her about this bad boy. Come ride this thing. It's nice. Good power, looks good, brakes are good, quick shifter, a lot of good technology. It's a good bike. There we have it, 2024 GSX 8R. Nice looking bike, a lot of fun, plenty of power, good technology, and there you go. Good on the highway, be super fun in the twisties, and you don't have to break the bank to get some cool stuff on it. So there you go. Thanks for watching. Check out my playlist, like I said earlier, of all the other bike reviews I have, and stand by for more.